Hi everyone, my name is Akorede Adenike. If you are new on this channel, you are highly welcome. If you are my returning subscribers, I really appreciate you for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much. This tutorial today shall be the sewing part of my crisscross or scissors neckline, which I've already made a video on how to draft it. I'm going to drop the link to that video in the box below. Now let's get into it. Now I have here my Ankara fabric, which is one of the African print, and the matching lining to it. So I quickly go to the cutting table now, place my pattern on it, on the fabric, and cut it out. Now I'm done cutting. As you can see, I added ½ inch all through it for my seam allowance, and I added 1.5 for my side seam. These two pieces here is my front part, while this one is my back part. I'm going to remove my pin now for me to explain how I'm going to put it together for you guys. So I have two pieces of the lining and two pieces of the fabric for this one, two pieces of the lining and two pieces of the fabric for this one too. And as for the back too, I have two pieces of the lining and two pieces of the fabric as well. So I'm putting my back aside. I'm going to start my stitching from the front part. So I'll just take this one like this, the main fabric. I'm taking it one by one. I'm going to place it on each other like this. Let the right side face each other and stitch with ½ inch. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of it. I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the lining too. So when I finish with all that I explained, I'll come and show you what's next. Now I'm done stitching, lining for the lining and fabric for the fabric. So I'll go ahead and notch. I'm notching this place like this with 1/4 inch. I'm going to do the same thing on the second part of the front, and I'm doing the same thing on the both lining too. So after notching, I'm going to open it up like this and place my lining on it just like this. I'll let the right side of the lining face the right side of the fabric. I'm stitching from the shoulder to the waist. I'm stitching here too. Hope you can see what I'm doing very well. From the shoulder to the waist, and here too from the shoulder till I reach the waist line. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the front. This is my back part. I'm going to place my lining on the right side of it just like this, and I'm going to stitch from the shoulder down to the waist line like so. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the back as well. Now I'm done stitching my lining and fabric together. As you can see, this is the front part. I'll go ahead and notch all the necessary area, and as for the back too, I'm going to notch all the necessary area on the back too. Turn both front and back to the right side and give them good press, after which I'll come and show you what's next. I'm done turning it to the right side, and I've given them good press, as you can see. So I'm going to add that on my back part, but not yet. I'm going to explain it later. And as for the front part, I'm going to place them on each other for me to join the center with tiny stitch, just like this. I'm placing them on each other like this, and I'm going to stitch my center front with tiny stitch. I'm done joining my center front with tiny stitch. As you can see, hope you can see it very well. It's very tiny. So I'm going to open it up like this, place my back on it for me to join the shoulder, two shoulders. So let the right side face each other just like this. Open up the back shoulder like this. Let the front be in between the lining and the fabric. Just watch me as I'm going to place it. So I'm going to place it like this. Join the shoulder with ½ inch, the armhole and the side too with ½ inch till I reach the waist line. Just make sure you place it like this. So from the shoulder here with ½ inch, the armhole, and the waist, the side to the waist line. And I'm going to do the same thing on the second part of it. So I'm done joining two shoulders, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and notch all the necessary area before turning to the right side, most especially all the corners. Now here is the right side of my top, as you can see. So I've notched all the necessary area before turning to the right side, most especially this corner. I notched it inside. On the wrong side of the top, I make sure I notch it with 1/4 of an inch. Now go ahead to my back part now by placing them on each other like this for me to mark out my dart. So I'm placing my pattern paper on it like this, and I'm going to copy the dart on the pattern paper to my back part. Just make sure you place the pattern paper very well and use the chalk to copy it just like this. I'll let it reflect on the second part of the back. And I'll go ahead to my machine, fold it like this, and I'm going to stitch it from the waist with 1/2 inch till I meet the point slantly. I'm doing the same thing on the second part of the back. Now I'm done with the back dart, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and place my front on it for me to stitch my side seam. I'm going to measure all the necessary measurements, and I'm going to stitch with 1 inch on both sides. I'm done stitching my side seam with 1 inch on both sides, as you can see. So I'm going to turn it to the right side for you guys to see. Look how neat and beautiful it is. And for those of you that don't want the center front to be closed up like this, that you want it to overlap, I'm going to explain that on my pattern paper. Let's assume I've not cut it. I'm going to use my masking tape to hold it at the back. This is how it was before. So I don't need to touch this side. This side is okay. I'm putting it aside. So I'm using my masking tape to hold it at the back for me to explain it for you on the right side. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now, guys, and make sure you turn on the notification bell for you to be notified each time I upload new video. And also drop a comment. That means a lot to me, guys, to support your girl. After holding my paper with masking tape on the back part, I'm going to come to the center front, measure 1/2 inch towards this side. You can make it 0.75, depends on how wide you want it. So I'll go ahead and join from the shoulder with my curve ruler, just like this, to the waistline. And I'm going to cut it out. Now after cutting, this is what I have. If you want your center front to be overlapped and you want a little bit on the waistline, you are good to go with this one. So I'm cutting one more of these. I will overlap it for you guys to see how it's going to look like. Now after overlapping, this is what we have here. So just overlap it like this. It will just look like this. On this one, the center front is closed up, while on the pattern paper there is a little hole on the waistline. So I'll go ahead and show you how this one look like on the mannequin. Now this is the finishing look of it, guys. You can go ahead and join your desired down part to it, depends on how you want it. You can make it a top, you can make it a dress. This is where I'm stopping for today, guys. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Dites to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Please show some love by liking and following my page on Facebook at Akorede Adenike Sewing Tutorial. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye bye.